Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Amberlynn uploaded her weekly vlog, and it is Monday, so that means it is time for Amberlynn Reed Bingo. If you have not done this before, there's a link in the description, and just click that and you'll get a bingo card with random Amberlynn Reed, sayings and concepts, and just play along. It's just for fun, but just let me know if you got a bingo in the comments. But this episode is called Things Just Got Worse, Going to the Hospital. And the thumbnail is a picture of her in the hospital. But then it also says, and celebrating Mother's Day. So must not have been that bad. And just right off the bat, she is starting with the Shrek/Moon shirt. So off to a good start. She hasn't even said anything and I've got a square. And one other thing before we start, I've had a couple people mention that I tend to interrupt a little too often. They're like, bro, you stop the video every like 5 seconds. And I was like, more like every 3 seconds. But I tend to be a little long-winded, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, Amber suffers with a lot of things, and I suffer with ABS. That's Amber's bullshit. I have a hard time not saying something when I hear it. So I will do my best to let it play a little longer before I interrupt so that we can have more time to kind of focus on the bingo squares and stuff. So with that out of the way, let's just get into some Amberlynn Reed bingo. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello, beautiful people. So welcome to a new weekly vlog. So I have been feeling under the weather. I had cellulitis, which I am now all healed from. My mental health was feeling kind of low. I was just like in a low spot, but I'm feeling so much freaking better. I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate how much support you've been giving me, because you guys have been seeing
you guys, we are off to the races.
Girl, are you okay? I hope you feel better soon. And I swear your guys' positive thoughts and energy has reached me, and I feel a lot better. So thank you for that. So I actually just did my live stream, which that is a roller coaster. Should it even be considered a live stream? It should literally genuinely be called Lynn Coaster or something, because it's a lot. It's laughs and cries and tea and up and down and rages and happiness and laughter. It is everywhere. So
but, and the problem with Amberlynn is all of the drama and all of the mental health stuff and everything, it's all manufactured, It's just a show because she loves the attention. That's all her live streams are, is just a way for her to get that narcissistic supply. So the emotional roller coaster is really just her eating up all the attention. And when she's not getting enough attention, then she acts like her mentals are bad, or she acts like, people are bullying her or whatever, because then she knows people will come in and be like, oh, girl, we love you. You're so strong and powerful. You can do it, girl. So that's what she lives for. And that's why the members only lives will probably never go away. As much work as they tend to be for her, which is nothing, right? For everybody else, it would be like, this is the easiest thing ever. But for her, she thinks of it as real hard work. But she won't stop it because she loves that attention. At least not for a long time.
So I thought I had a final decision, because for weeks I've been thinking about doing my live streams weekly publicly, but only making it to where members could speak to me, but everyone could see it. I've been thinking about this for weeks, and I've been mentioning it in my live streams, just slowly letting people know that I think that's the decision I was gonna make. I went into my live stream today with 100% confidence that that is what I was gonna do. I low-key was talked into not doing it. So live streams are still gonna stay private. I listen to my members.
Yeah, so she goes in and was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do some public lives. And they were all like, we're paying for this shit and you're going to give it to everybody for free. The thing is, she's not interesting or smart enough to be able to talk about anything other than herself. So whether it's members only or public, she's going to be talking about the exact same thing, right? It's going to be the exact same live stream, no matter who's watching it, because the only thing she can talk about is herself.
I appreciate that they're there. I appreciate their support and what they want from me. I might maybe do bi-weekly public live streams. I don't know. We'll see. Because I know there are people who want to see my live streams who can't pay for it.
And I would guess that 99% of those people are not Amberlynn fans.
All right, we're going to do a taste test, you guys. We're going to do the Built Puff Brownie batter. I'm really excited to try this because it's collagen protein instead of that regular protein, because I don't like the way it tastes. And I've never had collagen protein from my remembrance. So this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be in the texture of a marshmallow.
I think it's supposed to be from my memory. You know, remembrance is a word, but that's not how you use it at all.
So we'll see. Oh my god, it's so soft.
Boom.
This tastes like candy. This is so good. That's what it looks like. And it very much is the exact texture of marshmallow. And it tastes like a candy bar. I taste no protein at all. What?
Oh, good. That's just what she needs, you know? More stuff that tastes like candy. I'm so happy for her that she keeps finding these things. I mean, how does she keep finding things that are delicious? It's just wild that she's able to find these things. It's not that everything is deliberately made as delicious as possible just to try to keep people eating it.
I literally give this a 9.5 out of 10. I don't see anything wrong with it. So for one bar is 100.
I don't think she understands what that means then. If there's nothing wrong with it, wouldn't it be a 10 out of 10? So if your card has 10 out of 10 recommend, I'll count it because I guess 9.5 is close enough.
So for one bar is 140 calories, 2.5 fat, no cholesterol, 14 carbs, 6 sugars, and 17 protein. Wow.
So the calories for one of those bars is fine. It's not great, but it's about half the calories of a Snickers. The problem is she's going to convince herself that because it's good for her, because it has extra protein, that she's going to eat a bunch of them. You know, she's not going to just eat one in a sitting. She's going to eat 2 or 3 probably, or more. And what she doesn't understand is she's completely sedentary. So she doesn't need like extra protein, you know? So it's clear she just doesn't understand what she's doing and doesn't understand that she is kind of making herself excuses so that she can eat stuff that tastes like candy.
Hello, hello. It is the next day. And I'm telling you guys, I start my day with my hair down towards the middle of the day. I plop it up. Like, it looks crazy. Like, what is this? What is this doodad? So I actually just opened my...
First of all, it's a bun. And also, I think that's kind of what everybody with long hair does, especially if they're home all day. Like, my wife wears her hair down, and as soon as she gets home, it is right up out of her way, you know, because it gets hot and it gets annoying, and it's just, you don't have to mess with it. So, again, this is an instance of her thinking that something she does is so unique and special, but it's the same thing basically everybody does. I wouldn't know, because I don't have hair to put up in a bun, but it just seems like it's something most people with long hair do.
So I actually just opened my Amazon package. It's a quick Amazon haul today. I do not like going barefoot. I used to be such a barefoot girly, but I'm very much not like that anymore. So all I did was type on Amazon shower sandals.
Oh, wearing one AirPod. Got it. So for somebody her size, I'm not sure if it's more dangerous or less dangerous to be wearing shower sandals. I think either way, just getting into a shower at her size is dangerous.
And these popped up, so I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have those to put on after my shower because I usually put on slippers. And
so she's talking about something that you put on after your shower. Okay, I guess that's a thing.
And they just don't feel the greatest. Oh my god, look at that little string. That's okay, I can just cut that off. So these are the slippers that I always get, but I get them in black. They had a hot pink color. I mean, it says hot pink on the thing. It's not hot pink, but it's definitely a pretty pink. So I got a pink pair because pink is my favorite. And then I got Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. I had this literally years ago. This works so good, so I had to get more of it. And then last but not least, my AirPods suck. They keep unhooking onto my MacBook and then hooking again and unhooking. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, every single time I pause a video, it glitches and I'm genuinely over it. I can't fix it. I've tried to update my MacBook. I've tried to
So I saw a glimpse of the box as she was kind of waving it around, and I think she got some Beats. And I can totally see her getting Beats.
Bluetooth them, like unhook them together. Like, I can't. They need a divorce.
Hey, there they are.
I'm over AirPods. Like, I want to try something different. So I got some Beats because my AirPods are just really freaking annoying. They do this.
So I will say, I didn't really think I'd like Beats. And so it was a crazy circumstance where my daughter won this little raffle thing, and she got these earbuds, these Beat earbuds. In fact, let's see if I've got them. So she won these earbuds, but she doesn't like earbuds. She doesn't like putting things in her ears. They hurt after a little bit. Her ears are still really tiny. And so she gave them to me, and they're these little Beats that are kind of the cheaper version of what Amber's got there. These are like the $60 or $70 versions. But I gotta say, I really like them. They're pretty good. And, you know, generally Beats tend to be a little overrated and a little expensive for what they are, but I've had good luck with them so far.
The same thing on my phone, and I'm just like, I'm over it. All right, you guys. So I need to go through my clothes but I'm only gonna go through the top layer because I'm wanting to get rid of some stuff. So let's do it together. You guys, while reaching, I literally have to go on my tippy toes, and I literally broke a hanger because I was trying to go on my tippy toes. Something was too heavy. It got stuck. It was a whole moment.
Something was too heavy, you guys. Something. I can't figure out what it was. I'm looking on this screen here. What could have been too heavy? I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
And while I was doing this, I realized cardigans are just not my thing anymore, but like I also feel attachment to them, so I didn't really get rid of any. Whoops. So I'm getting rid of this nude spaghetti strap.
So she can't live her life without cardigans because they cover up the kind of insecurities, right? She wears her clothes, whatever, and then she puts a cardigan over it because she feels like it's covering up a lot of the... But I will say, lately with all the mesh that she's wearing under her clothes and stuff, all that like skin tight stuff, I don't think she's as worried about covering that stuff up as she used to be. So I don't know, maybe it's a new era of her just flaunting all the everything.
White t-shirt, this blue and colorful mesh. They're just not tight enough. I don't like how the sleeves look. And then this is just a black t-shirt, this white and green striped shirt, and then this checkered sweater that I hate on me. So uncomfortable.
The mesh was not tight enough, you guys. And that's exactly what I was saying a minute ago, is that it's skin tight and she likes it that way. Maybe she shouldn't though, you know?
Hello, hello. It's actually a couple days later.
Oh, face gyms. Heyo.
I want to give everyone an update. The soonest appointment with my primary care doctor isn't until a month from now, so it's scheduled, but it just kind of sucks that I have to wait a whole month. I'm just glad to have it.
Wait, what? So I don't know what kind of primary care doctor she has, but I know with my PCP, if I call them and I'm like, hey, XYZ is going on, when can you see me? They're like, we got a thing open this afternoon or tomorrow. Like, I have never had to wait more than a day or two to see my primary care doctor for anything. So who the heck is she seeing that she needs to wait a month to see her primary care physician? Now, I had to go to a rheumatologist because it turns out I have back arthritis, which I am old. But anyway, they had a waiting list for like 2.5 months because they're a specialist. That makes sense. But a primary care physician...
scheduled. I wish I would have talked to him about GLP-1s a few months ago when I saw him. It was just like a normal checkup, but at that time I wasn't interested. Like
I see what's happening. Now it makes sense. She doesn't want to go on GLP-1s, right? She wants to act like she wants to go on GLP-1s. So this buys her some time, right? She's like, oh, you know, I wanted to get in and talk to him about those GLP-1s. Like right now, you guys, I really want to get on that, but I gotta wait a month. You know, what are you gonna do?
So interested now. Like I just am having so much anxiety about my health and what could come of my health because of my weight, etc., etc. All right, you guys.
Oh, etc., etc. I had that. Where is it? Oh, if she says rumors, oh man, I'm getting so close. I haven't had a bingo in a little while. It'd be good to get one of those today.
I'm trying to win $250. Last time I won $1,200, but I gave 100 to my mom, 100 $11.99. Okay, oh, it was $11.99, but I gave 100 to my mom, 100 to my friend, and 100 to my mom's fiance.
I really want, I think I'm going to need a space that says acts like a, went to bingo. Oh, she mentioned her BPD. Man, we are getting close, you guys. In 2 areas. Oh man, you know, she's never going to mention her BPD in this one, and she's never going to say anything about rumors. Dadgum. But anyway, so after this, I think I'm going to add a space that says acts like a malignant narcissist. You know? The fact that she had to tell you, I won $1,200, but I gave $100 to my mom and my friend and another person. It was mom's fiance. For whatever reason, I couldn't remember. That is such a narcissist thing to do, right? Tell you how she's so generous. You know, I won this stuff because the universe loves me, but I gave some of it away. They should make an oracle card called Amberlynn Reed card. And when you get it, it just says you're awesome. And it says 9.5 out of 10. I can't see anything wrong with it.
So you're trying to, trying to get the whole row on 12 down or the whole row on 6 down? Oh, number 11. Number 11. Hello. So it is.
This is feeling more and more like the hospital is just like extreme clickbait, but I guess we'll see. We're still only 6 minutes in, so.
2 days later, I did not vlog yesterday. So today is actually Mother's Day. So I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, all the dads out there, all the grandma and grandpas, everyone who took the mother role. I also want to say happy Mother's Day to the fur mamas. And I know some days like today are hard for people who can't have children like me. So my heart is all—
Oh my God, shut up. I am shocked. Like, I didn't think Amberlynn Reed could say something that would shock me, but she really just said, happy Mother's Day. I know it's really hard for people like me that can't have children. Amberlynn Reed doesn't want kids. She just doesn't. She can say that all she wants, but if somebody could wave a magic wand and give her kids, she would say, oh, no, I'm good. I don't want to do all that shit. She can't even take care of herself. How the hell could she take care of kids? That malignant narcissist square would pop up again here. I'd get a repeat of that square because taking a holiday that is meant for people who have kids and being like, I know it's hard for people like me, you know, everything has to be about her. And I'm telling you, she does not want kids. She sees saying that she wants kids as an opportunity to get sympathy. She can come out here and say, I just really wish I could have kids, you guys. And she knows people are going to go, oh, girl, we're so sorry. We love you, blah, blah, blah. And give her that narcissistic supply.
Also going out to you. And I know it's hard today for people who have lost their mother figures as well. So my heart is—
Now that makes sense, right? In fact, when she said, I know these days are hard, I thought she was going to say for people who have lost their moms. But no, she had to turn it on herself first.
Is there. Today is just all around good and bad for some people. So it's good to just uplift people as much as you can. So I very much am that girly pop that randomly buys my mom.
Girly pop. If she's wearing an AirPod, I have a bingo. Because it's a repeat of another square. Let's see.
Gifts on any given day.
She talked about her mom again. She talked about her at bingo. And now she's talking about her again. Bingo. So this card may actually give me a bingo bango.
So I very much am that girly pop that randomly buys my mom gifts on any given day. That's just how I am. For her birthday, I wanted to do this, but she didn't feel well, so we didn't get around to doing it. But I want to take her to her favorite store and just have her buy whatever she wants, because I feel like that would just be more entertaining for her, so she can like pick out what she wants. So I have no—
There is so much narcissism in all of the things she just said. Holy shit. She says, I usually just buy my mom gifts all the time for no reason, like every day. I'm just buying things for my mom, you know, because I'm just that generous, you guys. And she even says, that's just how I am.
Randomly buys my mom gifts on any given day. That's just how I am.
That's not narcissistic at all. And then says, but you know what? I'm just going to take her to her favorite store and just let her pick something out. She's like a wannabe bougie narcissist, you know? Like, I'm just going to let her pick out anything she wants. It's on me today, Mom. I think the point of Mother's Day and their birthday and things like that is to get them something that is meaningful, right? Something that you thought of. That's the point, not just to spend the money, but that's what's important to Amber is the spending of the money and talking about spending the money and being able to brag about spending the money. And then at the end, she says, I wanted to just take her to her favorite store and let her pick out whatever she wants because I feel like that would be more entertaining for her.
Just have her buy whatever she wants because I feel like that would just be more entertaining for her so she can like pick out what she wants.
She's not a dog. She's not a niece or nephew that you're trying to entertain and like keep busy for a little bit. She's your mom.
No idea what store she has chosen. Guess where my mom chose? Target. And look at this. Tomato. And then look. Mustard and ketchup. We're missing cottage cheese right here. Get it?
It's the world's biggest tuna board and you put their picture right there. Remember what happened to me about the Cola Guard?
No, what?
So I was supposed to send my poop in a chicken spanner.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. So I had Steven take it to the place and then it said your results are in and I get my results and it said the weight of your sample exceeded the maximum.
Wait,
Okay. I think it's hilarious that Mama Lynn is comfortable enough telling us this story. I mean, kudos, you know. Content warning, I'm about to say turd a lot. So the only thing that I'm a little confused about is, are you supposed to have taken a picture of the turd itself and put it in the picture frame part? Or are you supposed to put the picture of the person that made the turd? I mean, it has to be a picture of the turd, right? This doesn't say world's biggest turd maker. It says world's biggest turd. So you're supposed to take a picture of the turd. I do know a lot of people who, if they had a giant turd, the first thing they would think of is to take a picture of it. So, what does that say about me? I don't know.
Actually, it's perfect for you then. Look how adorable this is. It's whipped shower foam, but it does not smell good at all. You guys, look how freaking cute. It's like a dinosaur kit. You get to paint it. It comes with your own paint. I mean, I'm sure you can get your own paint too, but it's so cute. So it's weird. I naturally am always drawn towards...
Hey, you guys, look at this random crap that is kind of just average, normal things that you just kind of see in places you go. Isn't that cute? Isn't this special or cool? I mean, no.
Like the clear bags, but I would never use a clear bag because like then everyone knows like what's in your bag, you know? But isn't that cute? Oh, you're...
So this actually says a lot about Amberlynn, because I'm betting a lot of you out there right now are like furiously typing, like, I know what those clear bags are for. I can't believe she doesn't know. If you go to a sporting event, especially like right now with like high schools and things like that, a lot of places will make you carry a clear bag so that you can't be hiding anything nefarious in the bag. So yeah, that's why they make those clear bags, is because people buy them to take them into like sporting events and concerts and stuff like that. Because a lot of those events are starting to require clear bags now.
Falling. Isn't that cute, Mom? In a weird way. Is it see-through? It is see-through though. But like, it's $30 for a plastic. That's a little hecticana.
Ew.
Are you
This
guys?
is what I wanted.
I gave her free range at the store, and this is what she chose.
What?
It's cute.
These socks are cute. They got a bunch of cherries on them and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them really.
Yeah.
There's cherries, stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're cute. Strawberries. Did you know that strawberries, the Oklahoma fruit? I learned that.
Anywho.
That's true. The Oklahoma State fruit is a strawberry, as a matter of fact.
Anywho. And then I got these really cool highlighters that I'll use at work. I use a highlighter every day for a lot of stuff, but the tips are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
very
cool.
excited about that. And then
That's actually pretty smart. Man, they are coming up with some great ideas. So you can see what you're highlighting as you're highlighting it. That's cool. I like that. And think about this, right? So Amberlynn takes Mama Lynn to her favorite store to buy whatever she wants, right? Shopping spree or whatever. And Mama Lynn gets socks and highlighters and stuff that she needs. It just shows how down to earth Mama Lynn is. Because you know Amber would just get complete random garbage.
this is my favorite thing. So I would never pay how much you're supposed to pay for this, ever for myself, but I wanted it, so I got it. So we got new desks at work. I used to work in a cubicle for 3 years. Now we got executive desk, and this is going to be for my pins. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, turns and stuff?
Yes, I
cute.
love it, and it matches my desk. I'm going for bees.
Yeah, she has a bunch of bee stuff.
Yeah, like,
On
you
the
know, be
desk.
happy, be beautiful, be yourself, be kind.
And
I
the
love
actual...
that. Yes, I love that stuff. Kind of juvenile, but I don't care.
That's not juvenile, it's
I
cute.
don't care. And all my friends are going for like this, like, mature stuff.
Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
it don't matter. It makes me happy, and that's what matters.
Yes.
But yes, thank you so much, Amber. It was fun.
You're welcome. But you want to show them what I got?
Yeah.
So I got exfoliation
It's Mother's Day, you guys. We got to see what Amber got herself. Cool.
glove, and to go with it, this Tree Hut Lotus Shea Sugar Scrub, which I love this stuff.
And that's to get all the fupa cheese.
I got some hoop earrings. These were pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, they're cheap.
But they're like bling blinging.
Yeah, they're pretty.
So I was like, okay. You guys know me and my hoops. That's like the only earring I have.
Isn't that something? We both got 3 items.
And threes are a lucky number.
So cool.
That's a sign.
Look at her struggling to do the simplest thing, to just look in her bag and put her bag in the bag. Like, how does she not understand how difficult her life is and how easy it could be with just a little bit of effort, right? Even if she just lost 50 pounds, moving around in the car would be so much easier, but she is getting a lot bigger. I mean, look at this. So this is not that fluctuation in weight that she keeps saying. Like, it goes up and down and up and down. Like, it's just going up.
Happy Mother's Day, Amber.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Okay, two weird things about that real quick. Why would Mama Lynn tell Amber Happy Mother's Day? Is she feeding into this weird thing that Amber has going about how she wished she could have kids and stuff like that? Or do you think it's just like Amber had not said Happy Mother's Day yet and Mama Lynn was sort of giving her the prompt to say Happy Mother's Day? Because I bet Amber probably didn't even think about the fact that it was Mother's Day for most of the day because she was getting her own shit.
And now I'm taking her out for dinner.
Woohoo! Woo! I like a food.
That's where I get it from.
I like a food.
That's where I get it from.
Mama Lynn says, I like a food. And Amber says, that's where I get it from. I'm so glad Amber thinks it's a joke.
Yeah.
I just won.
So the ABS is kicking in pretty hard right now. But isn't it interesting how for Mother's Day, Amberlynn takes her mom on a shopping spree where Amber also buys herself stuff and then takes her to dinner where Amber also gets the food that she enjoys and then takes her to the casino where Amber also gets to, it's just like she didn't do anything for her mom that she didn't also get some sort of benefit from.
And $100. Woo! Just imagine though, if I was playing, because I'm only using these two. So if I had this one and another zero would have popped up, it would have been 1,000. Like, whoa. Oh my God, you guys, this game, I have good luck on it or something. $205. Okay. Pop off. All right, you guys, so this is my build update this week. So I did like a spade. Isn't it so cute? And then the heart. And this coming week, I'm going to try to complete the diamond and the clover.
The clover? Really? Spades, hearts, diamonds, and clovers. You mean the club, maybe?
All right, you guys, so I have been home for hours and hours. I was doing some of my Sunday cleaning. Genuinely, today, spending time.
Oh, Lego. Now, earlier she did makeup, but she didn't really talk about it. She was just doing it as she was talking about other stuff. And the square is specifically for when she talks about makeup, because that's really boring and dumb. So I'm not going to mark it because it's the spirit of the square.
With my mom was great. Like, for so long, I wished for that. I spent so many childhood years, so many teenage years, young adult years, wishing I had a close relationship with my mom. And now that I do, I'm just genuinely so freaking beyond grateful for it. And I don't know, I had a really good day. I treated her to one of her favorite restaurants because that's what she wanted. Today was all about her. And she loves a casino, so treated her there as well. And it was so crazy because, like, I am actively trying to work on my relationship with food. And it's like every day I have to remind myself that I'm doing that because I spent so long not entirely caring about my relationship with food, more so just like on and off dieting. And to me, learning a new relationship with food is completely different than dieting.
She's been doing this for 12 years. Like, what could she possibly be learning at this point? Especially not with help, right? She's never going to learn anything on her own. So what the hell does she think she's going to learn about her relationship with food? And here's the thing that she needs to understand. Well, actually, two things. The first thing I've said before, and that is there's no finish line, right? That is something she needs to get in her head, is that there's no point where you can say your weight loss is a success because you're changing your lifestyle and it has to stay changed for the rest of your life, forever. But on top of that, she also needs to understand that when you're on a diet or when you're trying to change your eating habits or whatever, you need to realize every single day has some excuse that you can use to get back into your old habits, right? So for an example, Mother's Day weekend is a good excuse. Well, it's Mother's Day. So, I mean, I'm going to eat this cake and I'm going to eat this Mexican food, but that's just because it's a special day, And then Tuesday comes around, you're like, well, I mean, it is Taco Tuesday. So, I mean, it's just a special occasion. And you will find every single day has some excuse. And you need to get to the point where even on days that have a real excuse, like birthdays and holidays and things like that, that you can still stick to the right way to approach food. But somebody like Amber is going to need help with that. She can't just force herself to think that way. If she could do that, she would have by now.
So different. Maybe I can talk about that in like a future weigh-in video. But like every day I have to remind myself that I'm doing this. And I went to the restaurant with my mom. I ordered my food. And it was all just like natural bad decisions. I got beans, rice, and
it just dawned on me. mentions childhood, not traumatic. So I'm going to consolidate those into just mentions childhood because the Those always end up being kind of hard to decide if it's traumatic or not. So by the time you get your card, it will just say mentions childhood.
And a chimichanga. At that specific restaurant, that's what I always get. It's just like a creature of habit. Plus another part of me that's a creature of habit is like when I go out to a restaurant, like I'm not entirely looking for a healthy option or an option that's going to nourish me in the right way. So I just naturally chose
Nourish. I told you. She was gonna say nourish at some point. It is her new fixation. I need to put that on there too.
what I would always choose. And it was right as the waitress sat the plate down and it was in front of my face that I had to like snap myself back into like, what am I doing? Like, I'm supposed to be practicing healthier habits. Am I saying that I am not allowed to eat stuff like that? No. What I'm saying is I wasn't fully conscious when doing it. I did it out of habit instead of like actually thinking about it.
That's kind of the point, is that she has these habits of eating junk and she has forever. So even if she is thinking about it, she just does what she wants anyway. But I'm not sure if she's going to say she ate the whole thing, but you know she did.
That makes sense. So that's something that I need to learn more and practice more. But anyways, it is time actually for our oracle reading. So I'm going to sit you guys down there so you can see what I'm doing. So today's oracle decks are
So usually the oracle reading is at the end, but there's still like 7 minutes left. So I'm guessing the hospital thing is coming.
Vibe, the wild soul, and shine from the inside. Oh, that one flung out. Ready? First card is Love Affair, Dirty Little Secret, Sex Fix, Down Low. Alrighty then. All right, so the second card.
She's picking these cards. She needs people to be talking about her right now. I think her views are a little bit down. I think she is losing a lot of members because her lives are getting pretty boring. So I think she needs the gossip train to start leaving the station. So she has this Love Affair card because she knows that will get people talking about her new girlfriend or something like that, because she's got a little smirk. So she's going to pretend like she doesn't have anybody, but it's, I mean, maybe kind of a secret. Like, this is what she does. She's a liar and she loves to get people talking, and she knows pretending like she's got a new girlfriend will. And she may have a new girlfriend. Honestly, I don't care. I've gotten to the point where whether she does or not, I really don't care.
Card is the axolotl, Regeneration. The axolotl, a unique amphibian known for its ability to regenerate lost limbs, symbolizes healing, regeneration, and resilience. This card suggests that you have the power to heal and regenerate no matter the challenges you face. The axolotl encourages you to trust in your ability to recover and to embrace the process of healing. You're in a phase of healing and regeneration. Trust in your body's and spirit's ability to recover and renew. All right, so the third card is remove the limiting labels you are wearing. Along the way, we've picked up toxic beliefs about ourselves.
All of this is just toxic positivity, you know? It's just vague platitudes that you have the ability to regenerate. Your heart can regenerate after being broken. And the problem is when you give somebody like Amberlynn, who is kind of relying on these cards for, I mean, let's face it, her mental health in general. But she's also a narcissist, thinking that the universe is talking to her. It's just not a good combination because she gets whatever message she wants out of it.
Maybe you've been told that you weren't smart enough, lovable enough, pretty enough, or whatever enough. Whether you've accepted others' opinions as truth or you've created the mask that hides your authentic self, it's time to remove the limiting labels you are wearing and let your light shine. So this card, I think, is just directly talking about the fact that I am no longer sharing my love life with you guys.
See, she knows exactly what she's doing with that Love Affair card. You know, because there's tons of edits when she's doing all the shuffling and stuff like that. So it's clear she just picked that card. And she knows that'll get the gossip started. That'll get people talking about, oh, is she hinting that she has a new girlfriend? Or is the universe hinting that she has a new girlfriend or caretaker? But I'm just not going to bite. I just don't care.
I feel like the universe likes to tell me a lot of the same stuff. Like, you are capable of healing. You are capable of that recovery that you are striving for currently actively in your life. And while doing so, like, remember that you are enough. Recovery that you universe likes to tell me a lot of the same stuff. Like, you are capable of healing. You are capable of that recovery that you are striving for currently actively in your life. And while doing so, like, remember that you are enough as you are. It's not the shallow reasons why you need to change. It's not shallow reasons why you need to heal and recover. I know that I am the best person that I try to be. I know that I have beautiful qualities about me. And I know that the labels that toxic people like to give me aren't truly true. But sometimes I believe the harsh things that people say to me because of the healing that I have not done yet. The only way I can, like,
This is delusion and deflection 101. You know, the harsh things people say to me, like anytime she gets any criticism at all, they are wrong about me. And she even said, I am the best person I try to be.
I know that I am the best person that I try to be.
What does that even mean? Talk about narcissism. I mean, just the fact that you took your mom out today, and most of it was just so that you could get your own shit. And I think the problem is she is convinced that she really is just this wonderful person who is just full of love and she can do no wrong. You know, everything she does is the right thing. And if anybody doesn't like it, then they're wrong. It's all of you that have the problem, not me. I am the best person that I try to be.
People say to me, because of the healing that I have not done yet. The only way I can like 100% believe the good in me and not like always think in like these crazy black and whites is to recover in all the ways that I need to. I feel like I can go extremely in depth with this reading, but I don't want to leave you guys here long.
And she says that she needs to heal so that she can stop believing what people are saying about her. And while I do agree that there are some people that kind of take it too far and are a little bit meaner than they need to be, generally speaking, the things that people say about her are things that she kind of needs to hear, you know? But she doesn't listen. She will never listen to anybody who doesn't just kiss her ass and tell her how great she is and tell her that everything she's doing is perfect.
It just feels like genuinely every single week the universe is trying to tell me like you are capable and you are loved.
Yeah, isn't it weird how when you do an oracle reading full of cards that are basically just meant to be positive reinforcement, you know, and you interpret it however you want to interpret it, isn't it funny how it turns out the universe is telling me I'm awesome, you know, 9.5 out of 10. I am great. Just the way I am. I don't need to change anything, you guys. The universe said so. What can I say? It's not me saying it.
So a couple hours after I ended this video, which this is normally where it ends, something scary happened and I documented it. So I am going to the hospital because I'm having chest pain on my left side. So it started earlier, kind of like under my boob, like right here. And I was thinking nothing of it. It's like this sharp pain that I've never felt before. And then I was up cleaning and now the pain is like in my boob. I know it's like TMI, but it's just me being honest. I just got done crying. I called my mom and she's like, yeah, you need to go to the ER because that's not something you can mess with. So the pain is now like radiating to like my nipple area. I know that's again TMI, but I'm really scared.
Here's a thought. Don't document it. I know that's crazy. I know this seems like a weird thing to say, but when something's TMI, you know what you could do is just go to the hospital and not tell everybody about it. But then you wouldn't get all the sympathy. It's a catch-22.
All right, so update. They've taken my blood, EKG, blood pressure, which when I first got here I was scared, so it was high, but now it's normal. And then I had a CT scan, which I was not expecting that. But they're just, oh yeah, the x-ray on my heart. So they're doing everything they can to help me because, yeah, and they also gave me, Mom, what's the medicine called? Toradol? Mm-hmm. And that's helped with the pain. So yeah, but they're making sure just to check everything. So yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm home and genuinely like, I just feel really fucking just sad. Like,
Oh, come on. How many times have we heard the exact same thing over and over and over? How scared she is, how sad she is, that she just isn't making the changes she needs to make. First of all, what's going to happen is it was a false alarm, right? She's going to have probably not found anything crazy out. It happens sometimes, right? I have a kind of a weird heartbeat and I didn't really even know it until I was older, until here the last couple years. And I started having chest pain and I went and they were like, yeah, it can cause you some problems later on. We don't want to get you on any medication right now because once you start it, you're going to have to take it forever. So just kind of keep an eye on it. And if it starts interfering with your life, then, you know, but it's not like you're at risk of a heart attack or anything, but it is something you want to get under control later on. When you feel chest pain, you know, it's best to get it checked out 100%. Absolutely. No matter what. If you feel pain in your chest, go get it checked out because you just never know. But it can be a lot of things. So it was right of her to go to the hospital, hands down. Absolutely. I don't disagree that she should have gone to the hospital. But I'm going to guess it's some kind of false alarm. Just something was happening that's probably not an immediate danger. So she's going to be scared for a little bit. It's going to sink in for a minute. that, man, I really should do something different. Until she decides she wants her yum-yums again. And then all of that is going to be so far in the past, like a day or two, that she's going to just forget about that because she's got yum-yums to eat, you guys.
So my test results came back and like they said that my lungs looks good, my heart looks good and everything. And then I get the paperwork and they didn't even mention this to me, which I don't know why, but I was just looking at the paperwork and it says that I have an elevated D dimer. And thankfully I noticed that before I actually left the hospital. So I asked the nurse, like, what does this mean? And she was like, oh, it just means like you could possibly have a blood clot. That's why we checked your lungs, but you don't have one. But then it's like, okay, like I have other parts of my body. Like.
And just FYI, an elevated D dimer can also just be the result of an infection, kind of like cellulitis. So having just recovered from cellulitis, that likely could be the culprit of having elevated D dimer. Now, I'm obviously not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice, but just letting you know that if the doctor thought it was an issue, they would have told her it might be an issue.
I'm just really scared. Like, I don't know. And this just like brings to light a lot of anxieties. It brings to light a lot of fears. It brings to light a lot of regrets. It brings to light a lot of it. Just things. Like, I feel scared. And I'm just like, what?
I'm going to go act like an expert here because if you're at the hospital and they do the tests and all this stuff, and you say, hey, what is this? And they go, oh, yeah, that's if whatever. We checked it, though. It's fine. And then you come out and say, yeah, but there's other things it could be. Like, if they thought it could be somewhere else, they would have checked somewhere else, you know? Now, I'm not saying that hospitals are perfect, and I understand that they make mistakes sometimes, but this happens to her all the time. Every time she goes to the doctor, they've missed something, or they've misdiagnosed her, or they've done something wrong. And she acts like she knows better than they do.
Like, my doctor's appointment isn't for a whole month. So it is literally 6:45 a.m. I was at the freaking ER all night, and they were so wonderful. They were so kind. I am so grateful for bedside manner because I'm telling you, I had so much freaking anxiety, and they were all just like so sweet and understanding. They treated me like an actual human. Like, there have been times where, you know, I would go to the doctor and, you know, I met with a different experience because of my size. And like, I was freaking out. I'm like, am I actually gonna fit in the CT scan? Like, I even vocalized that out loud, and she was like, yes, of course you are. And it's just like, I don't know. Like,
all of this entire thing is sympathy bait. And I can fit in a CT machine. So obviously I haven't gained that much weight, you guys. Because somebody her size, it would be a concern whether or not she could fit in it or not. Because they would have to have a bariatric CT machine, I'm pretty sure. And of course, she's in Oklahoma, so maybe that's common in Oklahoma to have bariatric machines more than other places. But yeah, none of this matters. Even though she does have the risk of lots of health issues, she's going to be scared for a day, and then she's going to go right back to her old habits.
Like, I don't know. I'm glad that, like, my heart looks good and my lung looks good and stuff, but, like, I have an elevated D dimer. And that's scary. I don't know. I'm just going to call the doctor, and I'm just literally hoping that I can get a sooner appointment instead of, like, a month, because, like, people cancel, and then all of a sudden there's openings and stuff. So I'm just going to call and see if there's an opening, because I would love to be seen sooner than that. It's crazy that, like, all of this is happening at once. Like, where I was finally, like, I want to have a better relationship with food. I want to be healthier. I want to do better. And then all of a sudden I'm just like hit with this, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I just feel kind of defeated.
She feels defeated, you guys. Again, she feels defeated like once a week, but she never does anything about it. So what difference does it make if you feel defeated?
I'm sorry to end this vlog on this note. I was not expecting any of this, and I just feel...
Expecting any of what? Nothing happened. She's acting like she had a heart attack. All the tests came back fine, according to her. She's making up a situation in her head to tell her audience so that they can feel sorry for her. Nothing happened.
Like, really heavy. No pun intended. But keep me in your thoughts, please. I'm gonna go.
You get it, you guys? It's so funny. She is so funny, you know? She feels really heavy. No pun intended. She's so overweight she could die. So funny. She is hopeless.
And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Got her. Yeah, no. I just don't think this is going to make any difference at all for her. She has had health scare after health scare after health scare. She actually had the C word and had a hysterectomy because of it. And that didn't stop her at all. She has never made any meaningful changes after any of the health scares that she's had. So I believe that she's scared in this moment. You know, I think she is thinking about all the bad choices she's made and what she could do differently. Even though, again, nothing happened. I want to reiterate, nothing happened. But even just thinking that something could happen is scary sometimes. So it does tend to cause some introspection. It's not going to change anything. Nothing is going to change. She's going to do the exact same thing she's always done, and that is stew on it, get as much attention and sympathy as she can from it, and then tomorrow, start eating just like she always does. Nothing's going to change because she can't do it on her own. Her relationship with food, her learning relationship with food, is going to require somebody else's expertise and guidance. But she doesn't care. She doesn't want any help because that would require at least a little bit of a commitment on her part to stick to something. And she can't. She just can't. She doesn't want to. Yeah, I don't have any sympathy for her, especially since nothing happened, you know? There is no health scare happening right now that is any different than any other day for her. She went to the hospital and they basically were like, yeah, you're fine. And she's freaking out about it. So her health scare is no different than any other day. She should be this scared every day, but she's not. In a few days, we will get right back to same old Amberlynn acting like nothing's wrong. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.